Hey guys, so today I'm going to be bringing you my new updated eyebrow tutorial. I mentioned in my last tutorial, the Gabrielle Union Met Gala one, that I had been using the brow wiz, but it started to pull my hair out, and I did not like that. I was very upset. So I switched to brow powders. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how I do that, my new tips, tricks, and techniques. And I'm also going to be using high-end products this time because I showed y'all how we used the NYX eyebrow cake powder in my last video. So now I'm going to show y'all a high-end version of that. Both products are great. I just wanted to show you an alternative as well and some new tips and tricks that I didn't show in the last video. I thought this video would be perfect for today just to take a quick break from the foundation series and show y'all some new stuff. So also, I've been really pressed for time lately because it's been raining so bad lately and I like natural lighting. So every time I see just like a flash of light, I'm like, ooh, let me grab my camera. So I just decided to do this really quick video before it starts raining. So if I'm talking a little fast, I'm sorry. It's like drizzling right now. So before it gets dark, I wanted to get this video up for you guys. I literally just threw my hair up into this messy bun, which is like kind of lopsided, but it's all good. This is my favorite way to wear my messy bun hairstyle, and I can show y'all how to do that if you want me to. Just let me know. So let's go ahead and get started with this eyebrow tutorial. So I'm going to start off by using the Brow Primer by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is like a little brow wax, and it keeps your brows in place and it helps the color pay off a lot better. So if you put this on and then you're doing powder, it's less likely to fade off. So first I'm going to start with using this little comb right here on the end of this brush. I've been using this to brush out my eyebrows because I don't want to use a spoolie. I'm just so paranoid after the brow wiz pulled out my brow hairs. So I'm just going to take this and just comb them up just a little bit. And then I'm going to take this brow primer and just start going right on my brows. I'm not using very much of it, just a little bit, just enough to make them just lay in place of where I would want them to be. And now we're going to start filling them in. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Ebony Brow Powder Duo. There's a lighter color on this side and a darker color on this side. I'm going to be using the darker one today. I used to use the Ebony Brow Wiz and then the dark brown powder, but since I want my brows to be a little bit darker, we're going to just use this darker powder today. And as you can see, my brows are not even. This one's a little bit thicker than this one, so we're going to try and fill them in to match. So I'm just going to take this angled MAC brush right here, and I'm going to dip that into the darker side. I'm not using very much of it at all because we don't want serious 3D brows or something. And I'm going to start by just lining the bottom of my brow. Not much product is on this brush at all. And it's so pigmented even though there's not much on the brush. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just dipping it in maybe like once or twice. This is just to get the shape of the bottom of the brow that I want. I'm going to take the front where I want it to be squared off. Take the brush facing this way and just face it like that. And just go straight up. And do the same thing on the other side. And then to start filling them in, I do that exact same thing. Just straight up with the brush because we wanted to mimic brow hairs and make it look as natural as possible. And any mistakes and stuff, we'll be covering that up and correcting that with concealer, so don't worry, it's not exactly perfect how you want it to be when you first fill them in. So for today's makeup, I decided to mix some new foundations because of course I'm obsessed with foundation, and I mixed together the Becca Evermatte, I think it's like Evermatte Pore Primeless, something like that, and the L'Oreal Infallible. And I did a powder contour on top of it today, and I don't know, I just feel like I look kind of muddy. I don't know what it is with that L'Oreal foundation, but my powders were not sticking to it, like, at all. I don't know what it was, but I guess I'll just have to do a cream contour with this in the future, but I was not happy. today with this foundation. Overall, I really do like the L'Oreal Infallible, and it looked perfect in my Gabrielle Union inspired look. But it just feels like I can't blend anything on top of it. It just, I don't know, it feels weird. So I don't know if anybody follows Jackie Aina. She goes by Jackie O, her nickname here on YouTube. But she showed her brow tutorial, which was just kind of like how to fake a brow wax. And in it, she used a color correcting color to go under and around her eyebrows, just make them look really, really clean. So I'm gonna show you how to do that as well. So I'm gonna take this color right here, which I put my nail in on accident, in my Anastasia cream contour kit. This color is Warm Coral, and I'm going to take a flat brush and just dip it in there a little bit and go right under my brows. I'm not going under the whole thing because I don't need to, but just in that area where there's some hairs growing back and you want to cover those up, it'd be perfect just to go right on that to disguise them, and then just blend that out with my finger just a little bit. So you can see already it looks so much cleaner than just using concealer alone. I tried this the other day and I was like, where have you been all my life? And then we're gonna go over that with concealer, and I'm gonna go under the whole brow and just a little bit on the back. And I'm gonna use another angled brush. This is a crown brush. It's SS006 angled liner brush, and this is one of my favorites. So I'm just gonna go right under my brows, just a little bit. As I mentioned, I do not use very much product at all because it's so easy to just get so heavy-handed with this stuff. So I always mention that I'm not using a lot at all. If it seems like I am or something, I'm really not. And as you can see, like on top of that color correcting color, it just looks so clean and flawless. You can do this with the top of your brows too. I don't really do much, just with the concealer, just cover up any spots that were just moved around by the powder, like right here, it looks like a dark spot, and right here, but I don't really do much because I don't want my brows to look totally clean and perfect. I want them to look a little bit more natural and not just like it's like outlined. And I just bring the ends to a point, make sure that the tail of the brow looks clean on both sides. And then just as a final step, I always just take my ring fingers and just press right in the front of my brow, because I don't want it to look angry or just like there's too much concentrated right there, because it can make you look a little mean. So I just press on it just a little bit to lighten up the product right there. You can take a powder brush if you want to, but I just find it so much easier to just take your finger and just take off some of that product right there. So this is the final look for these brows, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed it today and learned a few tips and tricks. I really do like doing my brows better this way instead of doing them with the Brow Wiz, because even though the Brow Wiz did pull my hair out, and of course I'm very angry at it right now, aside from that, I like this look because it looks a lot more natural, it's quicker, and it's a lot easier to work with. And I feel like it'd be easier to work with as well if you're beginning, because when you use a Brow Wiz or something, it can be so easy to just lay on the product and just go so heavy-handed, and it can just be out of control. So using a powder can be a little bit easier, and definitely easier if you're starting off. As usual, all products will be listed in the description bar below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe. And as always, I hope you guys feel beautiful inside and out today, because you are. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.